So we studied about convex mirror and how various type of images are formed by convex mirror. This is concave and okay, convex mirror, and there are only two type of possibilities. One, that when it is object is present at infinity, and second, the object is between p and infinity. So one thing I want to tell you, that if you consider that this is mirror and anything which is taking place here at left side, okay, so it happens with concave mirror, okay. uh, so in this side, okay, at this side the image, when image is forming it left side, remember that it will be real, it will be on screen, okay, remember. And left image, real image, and inverted image, okay, inverted, okay, inverted mean below this line, okay. These things should be go together, okay. You cannot say that if it is left then it will be virtual, okay. So these things are for it here, this side, okay, and for this side, okay, it happens with convex mirror and only once with concave mirror. So at this side the image will be forming at right side, so the image will be forming at right side. The image is always erect, sorry, virtual, okay, virtual. So it is real, so it will be virtual, that is behind, okay, and there will be erect. Erect means at upwards, okay. So these things should be go together, okay. So don't forget this. And if one thing is applying, okay, rest two things will be applied for sure. And if one thing is applying any one thing, okay, the rest two things should be applied for sure, okay. If it is erect, then it should be right at right side and it should be virtual, or if it is virtual it should be right side or at erect position, okay. If it is real it should be left side or it should be inverted. So if one thing is applicable, then remember that two things are applicable and this is a group. So don't you don't need to remember things so many times, okay. If you are provided with any type of hint, sometimes the question comes that we are provided with just hint that image is virtual. So if image is virtual, then I don't need to do so much work. I know that if image is virtual, that it is taking it is forming at this side and it is erect also, okay. So we studied about this image formation of convex mirror, and right now we are going to learn about the properties and how to, what are the uses, okay. So the uses of that, if you have if you remember that it will form virtual and erect image, that means the image is always virtual, that means it will be as it is upward side, okay. So it is virtual, that means it is blurred for sure, but it is upward side, so it is same, okay, as object, it is not inverted. So sometimes there is, I'm showing you this thing, okay. So you can see the whole image, okay. You can see the whole image. Whole image means you can see the whole image, how cars are, this is known as rear view, okay, rear view, rear view, okay. So the rear view is use of rear wing or rear view. You have seen this type of mirror so many times on bikes and cars, okay. So it is present inside of the vehicle and enable driver to see traffic behind him, okay. So to facilitate that, it provide you a very real miniature thing. The mirror, you know, the mirror is so much tinier than this background, it's so much tinier than in both two cars and this road, okay. But they are giving a full image of these cars and the distance, okay, so that the driver can assume that how much they far from us. So they, and the image is also erect, that means it is erect, the car is not inverted, okay, the car is erect, that means it is producing the image which is a bit blurred, okay. The image is not very clear, but other than this it is giving us a full idea, okay? It is giving a full idea. Sometimes you can take this thing, you can see this thing our in our glasses. Sometimes we use sunglasses and we can see what is the scene. So the entire area, okay, this entire area, you know how much long distance is consumed by this road, okay, and this road, okay, you know, this is a much high area, but this comes in this glass, okay. So this glass provides us very good view of the field, which what is taking place behind us. Okay, so it helps us a lot. So it is forming two type of images, don't forget, it is forming two type of images. One will be diminished and one will be highly diminished. So in this case it is diminished, okay, because it is diminished, it is a small view. Okay, but it is, virtual, it is a blurred, bit blurred, virtual, but it is direct also, but it is giving a full image. Okay, what is going behind us. So this is how it helps us, and same time it is also helps us, if you have visited Taj Mahal ever. Okay, so Taj Mahal is a huge building, we know, and this is a Taj Mahal is a huge building. Okay, I'm not drawing exact diagram of Taj Mahal. This is Taj Mahal, and front of it there is a tiny mirror. Okay, tiny mirror is convex mirror, and these convex mirror give a full image of the Taj Mahal. Okay, it gives a full image of this Taj Mahal. So this mirror is very tiny compared to Taj Mahal, but it gives full image. That is full image. Erect means not inverted, and virtual, definitely erect goes with virtual. Okay, so it provides us full idea. So now I want to tell you about this thing. What is this thing? This is also known as aperture. Aperture means hole. Okay, so this is the hole. You can see this is the hole. Okay, so this is the hole which is very tiny, the black part. Okay, so hole means this is the hole which is very large. So meaning the hole is how much light will enter through this hole, how much light will enter through this hole, through this hole. Okay, so this is also known as aperture. It also known as the diameter. Okay, it is also known as the diameter. Okay, if you have a adjusted the focus ever, if you have that type of camera in which we have to adjust how much light will pass through this camera. Okay, this camera which we this is not about mobile camera. If you have the camera, okay, or Canon or whatever camera you're having, so we fix this, try to fix this. Okay, so this is the aperture, this is diameter, this is the 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 diameter. Okay, so this is the diameter, and as the diameter is increasing, the aperture is also increasing. So what is aperture? Aperture means the hole that how much light rays pass through it. Okay, so we can adjust this in our cameras. Okay, and it is fixed in our uh, mobiles. Okay, so this is I wanted to tell you about aperture. Okay, uh, right now we are going to learn about a very important topic, that is sign convention. Okay, sign convention or new Cartesian index. Sign convention or new Cartesian index. Okay, for this I'm taking this thing. Okay, this is a mirror. Okay, this mirror is you can say both concave and convex mirror. Okay, so I'm just assuming that this is for both concave and convex surfaces. So this is for both convex and concave surfaces. Okay, this is my mirror. Okay, now this is my pole. Okay, and here I'm drawing this principal focus. Okay, this is principal focus. So instead of drawing C, okay, I'm drawing axis. Okay, what is axis? If you have you have drawn so many times this graph. Okay, so this axis is considered as x-axis and this axis is considered as y-axis. Okay, so I'm lengthening this. Okay, I'm lengthening this, and this is my mirror. Okay, and if I'm lengthening this, so this is known as everything which is at left side. Remember, this is my axis. Okay, and this is my mirror. Okay, so this axis is known as actually x-axis. Okay, you have studied this. Okay, this is my left side, remember, and this is my right side. Okay, so anything which comes to left side should be measured as negative, remember. Okay, and everything which is on right side should be measured as positive. Okay, so at this side, this x-axis is considered as for x positive, and at this side, this x-axis is considered as x negative. Okay, one thing. Next thing, I'm just removing this because I think there is no need of. Okay, so next, this is my y-axis, and if this is y-axis, okay, this is y-axis. So if it is above x-axis, then it is y positive. Okay, this is also y positive because it is above, so I will consider it as y positive. uh x-axis is x-axis is positive, and no, x-axis is not positive at left, x-axis is negative at left. Okay, x-axis is negative at left, remember, x-axis is negative at sorry, I draw something. Wait, I draw something. Wait, yeah, this is my x-axis. Okay, so this is x-axis. Okay, and this is also x-axis. Okay, this is my mirror. Okay, this is left side and this is right side. Okay, remember, anything which is at left side should be negative, and anything which is right side should be positive. Okay, remember, so I draw this in not correct on previous slide. So it is negative at this side and it is positive at this side. Okay, so this is x positive and this is x negative. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, we just assume this. Okay, anything we want to draw something, that's why I'm taking two levels, or I have to calculate something, that's why. Okay, anything which will be upward, anything which will be upward as is taken as y. Okay, this is the y axis. Okay, anything which is taken as upward is known as y. Okay, and y upwards in this direction. Okay, if this is this direction, okay, this is y, this is vertical direction. Okay, so if it is above the level of x axis, this is our p. Okay, if it is the above the level of x axis, above the level of x axis. Okay, so above level is known as positive. Okay, above. Okay, so it is y positive, this axis is y and it is positive, and it is also positive here. Okay, and if anything is below x and x plus, x minus or x plus, if it is below, definitely it is y axis, because x axis always go horizontal and y axis always go vertical. Okay, so it is y but it is downward, so it is considered as negative. Okay, it will be negative here also. Okay, so this is known as sign convention or new Cartesian index. Okay, okay, this is positive and it will be negative. Okay, remember that y-axis runs vertically and x-axis runs horizontally. So this is my partition zone, which decides that what should be, anything which is left towards it will be on x-axis will be negative, and anything which will be at right surface, right side of this on x-axis will be positive. Okay, and on x-axis, okay, if it is perpendicular, you know, this is perpendicular. Okay, y-axis is perpendicular, so it is above perpendicular, then it will be positive, and if it is downwards perpendicular, okay, then it will be negative. Okay, this is the Cartesian index. So this is not very difficult, or I think it is not very difficult thing. Okay, now doing the same thing. Okay, I'm doing the same thing. Okay, this is my mirror. Okay, and this is my p. Okay, this is my x negative and this is my x positive, and this is my y positive, and this is my y negative. Okay, now this side, at this side, it is known as left, and anything whatever comes to this side should be considered as negative. I'm writing on the terms of x-axis. Okay, so here remember one thing, that object should be always placed at left side. Either you are using concave mirror or either you are using convex mirror. Okay, the object should be always placed at the left side, so object will be always in negative manner. Okay, whatever I'm writing about object or distance of the object, I should keep the sign, place the sign of negative if I'm using. Okay, object should be always here. Okay, so object is always negative. Okay, rather than this, image can be formed here at this side, or image can be formed at this side. Okay, or focal length, you know the focal length is that is small f. Okay, the p and f and p and f, okay, for different mirrors. So there is a distance which is known as a small f, and there is a distance which is known as a small f. Okay, so f is focal length. We studied about this so many times. What is focal length? Okay, the distance between p and f is known as focal length. So this distance is different for so many type of mirrors. For concave, for concave lens, the f is this side, and for convex lens f is at this side. Okay, so this is f focal length. Okay, it is predetermined, and there is c. So c is for this, it is at is this side, and for it is at this side. Okay, so the main thing I want to tell you, that for both type of mirror, convex or convex, the object should be placed at negative side. Definitely object should be standing here. Okay, image can be formed at any side, either at this side or either this side. Image can be formed at upwards or downwards depending upon the distance of object, either it is on infinity or at C, or what type of mirror you are using. Okay, concave, convex, but the object is always present at the negative side. Okay, so right now we are going to draw Cartesian index. You know about the Cartesian index now. I don't need to tell you anything so many times. Okay, and this is my y-axis. Okay, so this is y-axis, and this is mirror. Okay, don't, this is also considered as a mirror. Maybe I brought this so you don't get confused. Okay, this is mirror, and this is mirror both. Okay, concave and convex mirror for both. Okay, and this is also my axis. Now if I'm using object for here, okay, object is always here, so object is denoted as u. Okay, the sign of object is u. Okay, and it is always negative because it is present at this side. Okay, if image is formed in here, image, if the sign of image is v. Okay, so if image is forming here, it will be always negative. And for focal length, okay, focal length, the sign of focal length is f, and if it is forming at left side, or if focal length is present at left side, in case of concave mirror, focal length is definitely presenting at here side, so it will be negative. Okay, for this side, okay, remember that object for both concave and convex mirror should be at left side, and they will be negative. Okay, if the image is forming here, okay, if the image is forming here, that is v, so it should be positive. Okay, it is possible that image is forming here. And the focal length, if it is convex, convex mirror, we know that focal length will be considered here. Okay, and this will be c. Okay, so for here the focal length will be positive. Okay, so we will do some numericals after this. So whatever the numerical values come, okay, we should use the signs positive or negative depending upon the side. Okay, so for why I didn't write object here, because object is always negative for both things, and you cannot find any object which is placing here. Okay, for both things object will be negative, and objects will be present only at here. Okay, you have studied so many type of mirrors. Okay, okay, in this thing you can see both in this convex mirror also. Okay, in convex mirror object is always present at this side. If I consider this as my boundary behind the mirror or on the mirror, okay, so object is always placing here. Okay, so that's why object is u. Okay, u will be always negative, remember. Okay, so my criteria of deciding that anything will be positive or negative is this mirror, either it is concave mirror or convex mirror. But my criteria that how should I decide that what side will be positive or negative is the side of this mirror. This side is considered as left, and this side is considered as right. Okay, this mirror is my criteria. Okay, so let's study about the mirror formula. Okay, the mirror formula says, this is my mirror formula, 1 upon V plus 1 upon U is equals to 1 upon F. Okay, that is focal length. What is focal length? If I take this mirror, okay, this is my C, this is my pole, and this is my F. So the distance between P and F is known as focal length. Okay, and F is principal focus. Don't get confused. What is V? V is the distance of image. Okay, distance of image or image. Okay, U is distance of object or object, and F is the focal length. Okay, so this is the basic mirror formula, and sometimes you need to find UF. Okay, this is applicable for F, and sometimes we need to find the distance of image, and sometimes we need to find out the distance of object. So this formula is keep changing. So I'm just giving you a hint. If I want to find the distance of image, that is V. Okay, so I can change it. Okay, F minus 1 upon U. Okay, so by this formula I can find F, by this formula I can find V. Okay, for the next one, if I want to find out okay, this for V. If I want to find out U, okay, so what should I do? If I want to find out U, okay, can you answer me? What will be U? Just you need to just alter some things here to here. Can you give me answer? I'm waiting. What I did here, I just keep V here, and I just keep this 1 upon U here, so it will take the sign of minus. Okay, I'm just wanting it more. I'm just telling you because I just 1 upon U is equals to 1 upon F minus 1 upon V. Let's check out if 1 upon V plus 1 upon U is equals to 1 upon F. Now I want to, V is determined. Okay, I told you about V. Now I want to take the formula of U. So I just keep U here. Okay, 1 upon U is equals to 1. I will take this V here. Okay, and it will take the sign of minus. Okay, and plus the F is as it is at the side of equals to. Okay, so this will be my formula. Okay, Saleh, at this time you're a bit wrong. Okay, just do this. Okay, why so? Because I'm not replacing either F or I'm not replacing V. Okay, at in your answer. Okay, uh, yeah, it is also correct. Yeah, your answer is also correct. Okay, Saleh, your answer is also correct. So this is the third formula. Okay, so you can take this one to find out your answer. You can take these two formulas to find out your answer. So this is the basic mirror formula. Okay, if you are learning this one, you can identify or you can calculate the another two things. Okay, better if you learn these three, or you should know how to calculate. I think this is very simple thing. Okay, from uh, first standard to your 10th standard, I think you are very practicable during this time, and you can identify how to calculate the formula. Okay, so this is our formula, and I'm going to tell you this is mirror formula. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the formula of magnification. Okay, formula of magnification. Now what is magnification? Okay, the magnification is, do you know the size? Okay, highly diminished, same size, enlarged, highly enlarged. Okay, so how was the object and how the images are forming? Let me tell you, because we did this very in very good manner. Okay, in this case the object was this much huge and the image was so tiny. Okay, in this case, uh, in this case, no, where it is gone. Okay, so in these all these cases we studied. Okay, the image is forming very diminished. Okay, this was our object and image is getting increased. Okay, this was our object and this was our image. Both are of same size, and this was our object, this was our object, okay, this was our object and this was our image, so it is getting enlarged. Okay, at this side this was our object and we are not able to find image, but we said that it will be a very large. Okay, so we cannot find the two lines are meeting at which place. It will definitely, it will get meet somewhere, but at infinity. But we answered that the image which will be forming is highly enlarged. Okay, in final case we found that images comparatively very enlarged comparative to object. So know that there are so many sizes of the image. We know that there are so many sizes of the image. Sometimes it will very diminished and comparative to object, okay, it will get enlarged. Okay, so there will be so many type of changes. So this is known as magnification, that either the image is forming will be diminished with the comparison of object, or it will be same size of object, or it will be get enlarged. Okay, so this is known as magnification. So the formula of magnification, which is known as M, is known as how will we find out that the image which is forming is large. Okay, at this site we studied about that the image is forming is diminished, okay, real. But right now we need to find out that the image which is forming is large or diminished, or at of which size. Okay, so we can find exact size, exact size. So M is known as magnification, height of the image, that is h hash. Okay, height of the image is known as h hash. You can also write I. Okay, some teachers tell you to write I. Okay, and height of object, that will be h. Okay, some teachers told you to write O, so that is not a big deal. H hash h, or some teachers may tell you that write I or O. Okay, so I'm just taking this one because NCERT is given this. Okay, it is okay if you do with this I upon O. Okay, that is no problem. So M is equals to h upon h hash. The height of object, magnification means the height of object upon the height of the height of image upon the height of object. Okay, now the another formula that I can replace if I am not provided with the height of object and height of image. Okay, if I'm not provided with this, so I can also write this. I can also find the magnification is equals to minus v upon u. Okay, minus v upon u. What was v? V was image, the distance of image, and u was the distance of object. So I can also use this formula, and I can also use this formula. Okay, so these formulas are same. So from the mirror formula I can find the distance of object, image, or focal length. Object, image, or focal length. Okay, distance. Okay, this is the distance. What is the distance? That if it is my mirror, okay, if it is my mirror, how distance, at what distance the image is forming, or at what distance the object is placing, and what is the focal length. It can be applicable for this side also. This is my mirror, so it is telling me the distance. Okay, what this is known as mirror formula. What is the formula of magnification? The formula of magnification is telling me that if the image is at this much height, object is at this much height, sorry, so object is at this much height, so how much height of the image will be. Okay, it will be of more height, or if it will be of less height, or if it will be of more height. Okay, so these things will be telling by this formula, so you need to learn this formula. Okay, if you have any doubt, please ask me, or I'm going to tell you about some numericals. Okay, we are going to do some numericals. Okay, and let me tell you about this Cartesian index, which is from our book. Okay, this is the Cartesian index or new sign convention, new Cartesian index sign convention. Okay, this is our what I told you about. I told you about this right now. Okay, this is negative and this will be positive, and this is our mirror. This side is considered as left, this is right. Okay, and the axis which is vertical is considered as. I told you, but I told you to show real concave and convex mirror, but when I did a practice to show you on webcam, then I found that there is no use of showing you real convex and concave mirror at webcam, because even though I will show you convex and concave mirrors, you will be not able to feel that. Actually, I wanted to make you feel the surface, that how the surface feels, okay. How the concave and convex surface actually feels. So there is no use if I will bring this on webcam and I will tell you that this is concave mirror surface and convex mirror surface. There is totally no use. That's why I skipped this. Okay, so if you want to feel exactly that how concave and convex mirror feels like, how do they feel, okay, just take you a spoon, the part which is having depression, okay, a pit, and the depression is known as the surface which feels like concave, okay, and the part of a spoon which is having a bulge area, a bump area, okay, the area which is having something coming out, this is known as convex part. So I tried this how to tell you, but I can show you, but I can't make you feel that how it exactly feel when you touch a surface which is known as concave and convex. Okay, so that's why I skipped that idea to show you on the front of this webcam. Okay, this is sign convention. Okay, if anything image is forming at this side, it will be definitely considered as negative, and if the image is forming at this side, it will be considered as positive. Okay, at left side it is considered negative, whatever you have taken, object, image or focal length, definitely. And at this side you cannot use object placing at this side. Remember, you cannot use object placing at this side, so there is no use of u, v and f. Okay, and this is for object, this is for image, and this is for focal length. Okay, you cannot use u at this side, because the object is always placing here, it should be placing here. Okay, you cannot consider that I'm placing object here. Okay, so you can use image, you can use image here, and you can use focal length here. Okay, and if both of these things are presenting here for convex mirror, f is definitely here. Okay, so it will be positive sign, and it will be always positive sign. Okay, remember, so for both cases, concave and convex, okay, object is always placing here at this side, and it will be with negative sign. Okay, now if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or I'm going to do some numericals. We are going to do numericals. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, remember the formula on your tips. Okay, remember the formula, the mirror formula. We have identified 3 mirror formula, and the formula to find out the magnification, that what is the real, how the image is formed, same size or diminished or highly diminished or enlarged. Okay, no doubt. Okay, I'm moving on with some numericals. Okay, so write down this numerical in your copy, and we are going to do this step by step, because if I tell you and you are not writing this, then there is no use. So write this. I'm just going to do only 2 numericals. Okay, we are just going to do 2 numericals today. Okay, ready? This is directly from your book, but you know how, if we are going to do something mathematical, okay, I can't just explain you, you need to write this. Okay, so I'll bring you copy, and we are going to do this step by step, because there is no need, because it is very uh, wastage of time if I'm just making you to make you understand that how we are doing questions, instead of you are doing with me. Sally, are you ready with pen, copy pen? Okay, on today's class we will only do 2 numericals. Okay. Okay, very good, Salia. You are very good girl. You wrote everything which I told you. Okay, very good, beta. Okay, so okay, let's get started. Okay, so example 10.1. This is directly from our NCRT. Okay, so now we are going to take convex mirror. Remember, we are going to use convex mirror. Okay, so just to draw a convex mirror. This is my convex mirror. This is my convex mirror. Okay, convex. Now this is used for a rear view for automobile. Okay, so what is rear view? Rear view, this type of view is known as rear view. Okay, this type of view when you can see what is exactly behind. Okay, and now I also know one thing, that how it will form it with the all the images which are formed this type of mirror at is at this side. So for this is a convex mirror, and for convex mirror I'm very pretty sure about some things, and that's what I'm writing. Okay, I'm drawing a convex mirror, and I know the pole of convex mirror. Okay, the pole of convex mirror is present here. Okay, the C center of curvature of convex mirror is here. It is just imaginary thing. Okay, and I'm not using any exact numerical values. I'm just taking imaginary things. Okay, and F, this is my F. Okay, and I know that PC PC is known as principal axis. Okay, the PC is equals to 2F or 2F. Okay, or F is equals to 2F is equals to PC. I know. And what is the F? The F is the distance between this P and F. It is known as a small f. Okay, we studied this. So the capital F is known as principal focus, and this small f is known as focal length. Okay, so this is the focal length. Okay, the distance between PC. Okay, I have drawn this, so I know this. Now just remove the extra things so that we can write our digits very properly. Okay, so I'm writing the F. Okay, here. Okay, it is from P to F. Now I'm going to write the measurements. Okay, the measurements are the radius of curvature is 3 meter. Okay, I don't need to learn that what is the radius of curvature, but I know that radius of curvature is known as C. Okay, and what is the radius of curvature? We studied that anything which is originating from C, and at any place which anything which is any line which is originating from C and it touches this, it touches the center of curve, it touches the mirror. Okay, it's considered as R. We knew this, we studied this. Okay, what we studied for this or for this, both of this, the C is an imaginary thing. We studied that the C is imaginary thing. We studied that C is imaginary thing. Okay, and any line which is originating from C and touching this mirror, any line which is originating from C, okay, and touching the mirror, okay, is considered as R or radius. Okay, how many lines are originating from C and touching here? Okay, so same thing takes place at this side. Okay, so right now it tells that radius of curvature or radius. Okay, the radius, it means any line which is originating from C and touching the mirror, that is known as radius. It's radius. Okay, so this radius is 3 meter. Okay, 3 meter. Okay, now one more thing I want to tell you, one more thing, that this is convex mirror, and for convex mirror everything resides here, and the radius of the curvature will resides here at this side, at right side. Okay, we know about this. Okay, that's why I told you that everything which is resides at right side, okay, it is right side. I know that this is left side and this is right side. So you have to write positive sign in front of these three. Okay, now next thing, the bus is located at 5 centimeter from this mirror. So this is my mirror and bus is my object. So my object is my bus. Okay, and it is placing 5 meter away. I told you that object should be placed at left side, though even though it is